Hello everybody, welcome to another Arkham Horror the Card Game list video. Today we're doing another little cheeky video like last week's. We're going to be talking about our most wanted Arkham Horror 2nd Edition Ancient Ones. We're choosing the Arkham Horror 2nd Edition ones just because we had them all there. The lore is huge. There are so many. Like even, for example, Nephren Ka, which we all would love to see, is not an Arkham Horror 2nd Edition, so he was not included in our list.
He would have been my 10.
Yeah, ditto. But as you can see, these are as we said in the last video, we started playing with Arkham Horror 2nd Edition, so a lot of these have some fun memories for us, and we had a good time making this list. But let's talk about our top 6, starting with number 6, none other than the man himself. You all know him, you all love him, Eihort.
He's got eyes and lots of legs. Yeah, so we were learning about these guys a little bit and their lore, and this guy, he offers people a deal, and if they turn it down, he kills them, and if they accept, he plants a baby in them that eventually kills them. It's not a great deal.
It's the worst. It's the worst deal in the history of trade deals.
It's pretty bad,
possibly ever.
That being said, we thought there would be some cool, potentially cool scenarios they could come up with, where maybe they make the babies mind control people, and so you're wandering around town with a bunch of sleeper agents and stuff, and you have to figure out what's causing these people to weird, and it eventually leads back to Eihort.
Yeah. And then, Travis proposed this idea for a finale where, you're running through the streets and, people are bursting into the Eihort brood all around you.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
I think it should be a good final. And I joked as well that in the first scenario, you run into Eihort, he gives you the bargain, and if you decline, your investigator is killed. And you have to start a new one. One thing as well, with a lot of these, there are some that we feel on our list would do better as a standalone or a mini campaign, right? And Eihort's probably one of them, but you gotta love
you'll see that. He'd be good as a two-parter, maybe.
Yeah, two-parter for sure.
Yeah, the Egyptian one we have now.
Oh, my camera.
You'll see that reflected. The higher-end ones are ones where they're getting the full...
You guys keep talking, my camera just deactivated. It's good, we fixed it. I'm a professional technician. Everything's okay.
And why would we restart the video?
Yeah. We already said so many good jokes about Eihort. Could we say them again? Yes.
No.
Considering we already told them
before we started recording too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have anything else to say about Eihort? When he awakens, each player gains a brood token. That's spooky.
Yeah, because they go inside you.
Yep.
It would also be cool as a race against time thing where he just kills you if you say no. So you have to say yes and get the brood inside you. And then you try and kill Eihort before his little baby comes out and kills you.
Oh yeah, that would be sweet. Yeah. I was going to say something really dumb because the whole game is built on a timing system, but I'm they should have a nice one where you really feel like you're racing against a clock. And I'm wait, that's every scenario. But, one that really cares about you racing against the clock.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to number 5, who is none other. I don't even remember who number 5 is. Oh, Ithaqua.
How could you forget Ithaqua? He's actually, a classic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ithaqua could get a whole, 8-episode campaign about him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's one where we're not super excited about as a character, but we're his campaign will be good.
Yeah, especially because you're gonna feel cold. You're "Ooh, man, it's chilly up here."
Well, you might get some kind of hypothermia.
Yeah. Oh, it's like poisoned but different. Could you imagine if it was just the poisoned mechanic again?
I mean, it would be actually be kind of a cool way to reuse the explore mechanic with the improved version, where you have to go out into the Canadian wilds. Also, we might get some home country representation for this guy.
Oh yeah, that would be sweet.
Yeah.
Where you have to go into Canadian wilds, and if you're out for too long, you might get hypothermia and die. And then you have to manage your supplies, your food and stuff.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Ooh, I'll pick the pendant.
You want to bring the carved Tolian that the Native Americans carved for you? And Bryn's like, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it would be a cool one, and I think it's also an inevitability. Like Ithaqua is definitely going to be in the game. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
there's just too much cool environment that doesn't really fit for any, except for maybe going to Antarctica to do Cthulhu, right?
That one's
Nothing
even
else
like
that-
not quite Cthulhu. That one's like Elder Ones.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like nothing really fits that like surviving like the long-term cold like that one
Yeah,
is.
Ithaqua is like Daedalus, probably his most well-known contribution to the mythos
Yeah, yeah.
in terms of characters. So
All right, let's go on to number 4. So I purposely pronounced this guy's name wrong, so I'm going to say it my way. Then Travis pronounced it the correct way. It sounded really good. I always call this guy Ghatanothoa. Like it's like just gibberish, like Ghatanothoa, you know?
it's pronounced Ghatanothoa.
Oh, Ghatanothoa, not Ghatanothoa.
No. This guy's got a really fun mechanic in second edition where you have to like flip the face things, and if you flip the wrong one, you die.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
I know I'm not really selling it, but it's actually kind of fun. Trust me.
It's really fun
Yeah.
mechanic where you roll a die and on a 1 you just lose.
Well, you don't lose; you get to start a new guy.
It's
Yeah,
true,
you don't lose. You just die.
yeah.
Yeah, this guy's like he would make for like a good one shot. I think. we
Oh
were
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah. Or even like I can
Boy,
see
you don't
like
you don't want to play the whole 8-part campaign, and in between each piece you have to flip a card, and if you get the wrong one, you just die and start over again. You're like Charon Zobel, count me in.
yeah.
No, I was thinking more like you want to like an underground like labyrinth or something, and you have to like go around smash idols like 7 idols of him or whatever, and if you smash the wrong one, then you die.
I imagine there's gonna be like a deluxe expansion and cycle that kind of is kind of Dream Eaters inspired, where instead of like having 2 4 parts, it's like gonna be like either like 4 2 parts, where it's just like you conquer small little bite-sized missions for these ancient ones that aren't as, you know, big as the other guys, right?
Yeah, that'd be cool. I bet that like I
Oh.
think that would be a better if we do see that, it'll be Laptop themed again.
Oh yeah, that'd be sweet.
Where you get like
Yeah.
different Ka for one, and then you get like
The
the
bloated
for
woman.
another, and then
Yeah.
you get the Haunter in the Dark,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you get the God of Blighttongue.
What if Ghatanothoa is like a 7-part campaign, but it's all released at once, and you can pick to play them in any order. But if you pick the wrong order, you die partway through.
That would be brutal. You just play like okay. So besides the fact that would have awful replayability, it'd be awful
but it's
to
like
get through 6 of them,
Yeah.
and then you just like you guessed wrong.
No, but Travis,
so, like
it's-
no, they've all got like the same like act card or like act cards.
They're all
So, like,
exactly the same, except at the end one of them just kills you.
Yeah,
But-
well, they're not the same. They're not the same encounter, but they all have like the same end cards, and you pick one of them randomly to be the one that kills you.
yeah, and each time you play for replayability, the order is
Yeah.
randomized each time.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? But that's we're shipping it. We're shipping it next week. we didn't run through the design with you, Travis. Brent and I have already shipped
Yeah,
it.
he was at home, free, like just scribbling out ideas, knowing that they don't like it.
Yeah.
Now they hear someone else say it does sound awful.
Yeah. All right,
You know-
let's go on to number 3, who is Quachil Uttaus. Nestle Torhaus.
Yeah, this is Dust Baby.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
guy, I love the flavor for him.
Yeah, he's actually like really cool. He follows people around and he touches them and they turn to dust.
He literally just is like death. Like, he's here to kill you. But slowly. He represents time.
Yes.
I think
That's
he would,
like that's how his power
Oh,
is described.
man.
Is that like time around him speeds up.
Mhm.
That like when you're close enough to touch him, you just age into nothing.
I love that he looks like a freaking mummy baby.
Yeah.
So
me too.
this one's gonna ship with an hourglass,
Oh boy.
and you're gonna have that much time to
Okay.
finish the scenario, or he kills you.
God, we gotta get Bryn in Fantasy Flight Games. He's the idea man they need right now.
People are like, what do you mean? And you're like, yeah, no, at the beginning of setup, you got to flip it. And then while you're finding all the stuff,
Yeah.
that still
Yeah, you
counts
have
as
to
your
read
die.
all the flavor out loud.
Yeah.
I think he would be a good like 1 or 2 shot kind of thing, right? Like even just a 1 shot. Like he is walking around like the town of Arkham looking for someone to like turn into dust. And like he just the way like maybe like he moves around on the board and where he's moving, like it has an effect on that location, adjacent locations to kind of represent the thing that Travis was saying about how time moves differently around him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude's sweet and he looks like a mummified baby. Like that's a winning like combination right there. I imagine some of you are like, Justin, have you seen a baby in real life? They don't look like this, but no, I haven't seen a baby in real life.
Alien.
Thank you. God, I haven't seen a baby in the real life for a long time. It just blew my mind. Like, I haven't seen a baby in probably like 20 years. Okay, let's go before I have this weird. Number 2, this is Ithaqua, or as Travis will probably pronounce it correctly.
Ithaqua.
There we go. I was close. This guy's freaking sweet.
Yeah, he's a god of the formless spawns.
Okay.
Lives in the jungle.
I also have to make a slight correction. Our list is missing someone very important because I forgot he was not in the game. I put Cthulhu to the side with the ones that have already been in the game. I forgot Cthulhu wasn't in the game.
Oh man, that's all good.
Like he kind of is.
Yeah. Like, I feel like the Innsmouth conspiracy is going to have enough Cthulhu flavor that's going to, like, tap that for a while, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be Dagon and Hydra, right? But
I hope it's Dagon and Hydra. I think it would be a missed opportunity to not use.
oh, yeah, they have, like, Cthulhu has enough things on his own to mine outside of Innsmouth to provide for an 8-part story, like, easily, right?
Yeah.
Like, they should definitely do Dagon and Hydra. Like, I just don't see... it's just such a missed opportunity. So Cthulhu's not on our list. He probably would be realistically 3 or 4, I'd wager. I like Frog Boy more than him. Because look at him, he's a giant toad.
No, we should have just been like, Cthulhu we're not excited for him. He didn't make the list.
Yeah.
Cthulhu was the 1 on our scale.
Yeah.
But Frog Boy had lots of cool stories associated with him, and he definitely has enough material to make a full campaign out of.
Yeah.
Plus, he's got these little birds for scale.
Yeah.
That's
Or
like
night gauss or
artistry
whatever
101.
they are. Yeah, there you go.
He was in I was telling this to the guys, he was in the latest, the first expansion for Arkham Horror 3rd Edition, and it's really fun. And, like, obviously they were inspired by him and his story, so I am optimistic that he'll appear in the card game as well. For a long time, even Travis was like, I love this guy, but I don't think he's going to show up in the big form. But with him in that expansion, I think it's very likely that he will.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's sweet. He's a big-ass toad. All right, let's go to our number 1. Shubby. Good old Shubby. So Shubby and Cthulhu have kind of filled that both the same space where there is their card for their Agents of X in the base set, but they haven't been in either of the... they haven't been part of a story yet. And we all thought for sure it was going to follow that order of Yogg, Haster, Shubby, and then Cthulhu, right? When we were first predicting the way the cycles were going to go. But honestly, I'm glad that it's like they kind of threw us for a curveball, but...
Mm-hmm. I'm still excited for Shubby. I'm excited to get beat down by Dark Young.
Yep. Oh, that's going to be like I imagine a lot of the design file is kind of like trying to figure out how, like, because Shubby is such like a enemy-focused thing, right? Like, to kind of explore that other side of it so it's not just beat down city, right?
Yeah. Did you pick 3 blue characters? Oh, fuck, I guess you win.
But yeah.
Yeah, like they could have it be like so like the Dark Young look like trees and stuff. You have to spend clues to figure out what is a tree and what's a
Dark Young.
What is a Dark Young, or else you get ambushed or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I think walking through the woods would be super spooky, right? Like where, yeah.
They get to use the Arkham Woods encounter locations again.
Oh yeah, they love those.
Oh yeah, they love those ones.
But yeah, I
Chevy
think-
also like has an actual Wikipedia article, unlike most of the others.
yeah. I mean, I do really like the order in which that they've tackled a lot of these things. Like, it was nice to get Yig, right?
Yeah, it was nice to see some of the lesser known ones, and I bet they were just chomping at the bit to get that. Someone came up with this with the jungle, and they were like, "Yeah, I want to do the jungle expansion. Get that out there."
I think what's also sweet is like, as well, like the Dream Eaters was like getting Ashley Naka was such a big twist, right? And it was like, whoa, you're doing her? Like, that's crazy. Because even in the Arkham Horror, it was always like, who? Like, look at the art for her in Arkham Horror 2nd Edition.
Yeah, it's almost a shame that we didn't have that on the list.
Imagine if that was like her flip art card. They just reused it.
This is beautiful. Because the new Ashley Naka art is like insanely
It's actually pretty
awesome,
good,
right?
Yeah.
But it would have been so funny if it was the legs and you just flip and this is on the other side. I will say though, all this art has like built like such big memories for me, right? Like, and it's just like my inspiration for a lot of my love for this kind of game comes from the art from this one.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot more that are pretty sweet that didn't make our list. But our lowest rated guy was this thing.
Yeah.
Are you excited for a giant tentacle? Because if you
I can't
are,
believe it wasn't Czar, to be honest.
no, Czar beat the lobster bug.
That's incredible.
Oh no, I think Bryn gave Czar a 6 because of Chochos. That's what made him do so good.
Oh my God, Bryn.
The tacos. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. If there's what Ancient Ones are you excited for, and are you mad we did not have Cthulhu on our list? Because that's entirely my fault. I mean, of course Cthulhu's going to be in the game. We knew that. We don't know so much about the other guys, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Are you here to have us talk about Cthulhu for 18 minutes? Probably.
No, that's boring.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. You guys have a good one. We'll see you next week for another list video. As always, post your ideas for lists in the comment down below, and they can be weird and wacky. We are now starting to explore the weirder part of our list series. We're like evolving a bit. I think next week we're going to go back to some nice traditional Arkham Horror the card game content, looking at actual cards and all that. But keep your ideas coming. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, and as always, GG's.